Hello and welcome. In this episode, we're going to go over why sometimes your stupid ideas or what you think dumb ideas are often the best ideas, and some of the ideas that you should definitely test and try and act upon to see if it works or not. Let me share a couple of stories about how it worked for me, and I'll share the framework on how to make decisions on that and how to test and try it. So it was April 2020. COVID just hit us hard. Flights were grounded, stores were closed, businesses were closing right, left, and center because we went from basically January, February, started picking up, and then businesses were closing because they ran out of cash and customers, and they just could not survive. At the time, I remember I was a little bit depressed, and I wasn't feeling like doing any business at all. So it got everything just halted, and it was just not good. That's when stores were running out of tissue papers and toilet papers and stuff like that. People were just attacking Walmart and different stores to just pick up tissue paper, and they were bulking up on toilet paper for some genius reason. Anyway, and that's when we all went out there, and a lot of people started helping each other, saying, "Hey, here's how I can help your business." And we started teaching and sharing our resources and the rest of it. So I had a course called Simple Marketing Formula, which I developed out of years of experience. And then I went out and said, I can deliver Simple Marketing Formula for free and provide value. And I remember at the time I felt like, well, nobody's going to care about that. This is probably a bad idea. This is a stupid idea, right? This is dumb. Everybody's dying. People are all sick. They're out of business. Who wants to learn about marketing? Nobody's going to care. Then I thought about it for like a day or two. And then I was like, well, I'm going to email my list and gauge their response and see what they say about this. The worst that could happen is nothing. Nobody's going to respond, then I'm not going to run it. All right, that solves the problem. So I wrote an email and said, I remember it was a Thursday. I wrote the email and said, guys, I know COVID is here. I know we're all going through tough times, and I've decided to do my course Simple Marketing Formula for free. I'm thinking of starting on Monday and run through the whole week for 6 days. As we're all sitting home, nobody's doing business. Would you like to be there? Every day for 3 or 4 hours. We're going to sit around. I'm going to share everything. Normally people pay for this, but I'm not going to charge anything. Let me know if you'd be there. And then people started to slowly respond one by one, saying, yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there. And I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, I'll be there. And then, so Monday morning, I had like 20, 30 or 40 people in the class. And then I was like, all right, people are probably going to show up on Monday, and they're going to be like, oh, I'm tired, I'm sick, and they're not going to be there. But then, to my surprise, people actually showed up. They're like, this is amazing. And then, if you take a look at the reviews on our Google and Facebook, you'll see what I'm talking about. People are like, this was the most transformational course I've ever taken. I learned more from this course than any other course combined. Blah 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 blah. And then I'm like, really? This was good? You liked it? And they're like, yeah. So that's my first story. Here's the second story on dumb ideas that prove right. During the same period, a few months later, or at the same time, we were doing a lot of affiliate marketing, meaning you would promote me, I would promote you, I would host you on my podcast, you would host me on your podcast. We do an email swap and the rest of it. And so I've been involved in the affiliate world for a while, and it was to a point where it's second nature for me. It was second nature for me back then. So what would happen is we would meet with people to with a potential affiliate partner to see if we're going to like each other and if we're going to promote each other. And I developed a little process on a Google sheet to interview a potential affiliate partner, where we met at an event or online or on Facebook, showed some interest, jumped on a call, and we said we're going to explore whether we're going to like each other and if we're going to promote each other or not. And I developed a little process about everything that I needed to know, every question that I needed to ask to turn a potential affiliate partner into a partner who would promote me in my offer. I had a significant conversion rate with this process to the tune of over 90%. It was a 30-minute conversation. I would ask a bunch of questions. They would talk for 20 minutes. I would talk for 10 minutes. And after that 30 minutes, 90% of them would promote me to their list of 10, 20 to 50,000 people. It's like, all right, this is great. It's perfect. Later on, we were at a bunch of other affiliate events. And then I'm like, this is probably a bad idea. Oh, and here's another thing. A lot of people told me, oh, this is amazing, Mustafa. Your process is great. And I'm like, are you sure? This is what everybody does. Doesn't everybody do this? They're like, no. So they're like, you should definitely share this with the community and so they could use it. And then a lot of them asked me for a copy. I'm like, you want a copy of this? I'm like, this is pretty simple. This is a dumb idea. I don't think I should share this with people. They're not going to like it. They're not going to care. So to my surprise, again, I shared this document with people in a Facebook group and to my email list and here and there. And people were like, oh my God, Mustafa, this is amazing. This is the best thing. It's as if they discovered fire. And I'm going, really? This is good? You guys like this? And they're like, oh my God, it's the best. I'm like, okay. So those are a couple of examples of why sometimes what I think is a stupid and a dumb idea and nobody's going to care about it turned into something really, really good. Here's a third example. Last week was my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Woke up in the morning. It's my birthday, and people are bombarding me with love. Happy birthday. Thank you. Have a great day. Blah, 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 blah. And we went out to Denny's for their birthday Grand Slam package where you get, the stuff there. So we took a couple of pictures. We were happy. I went with my wife and kid. We snapped a couple of pictures and really enjoyed the coffee. It was smelling and tasting good. Hanging out with my kid. You would see actually the pictures on my profile. And then when we came home, I'm like, I wonder if I should post this picture on Facebook. This is dumb. And typically I don't post a lot of personal stuff on Facebook or LinkedIn, especially LinkedIn, because when you post something personal, people are like, oh my God, this is a business place. You shouldn't post personal shit here. Delete it. Get out of here. There's a lot of resistance there. So I was like, this is probably nobody's going to care, blah, 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 blah. Again, I posted this. And on that one post, I probably got more views and engagement and likes and comments than at any post that I've seen in a long time. Okay. So if you think, so here's the framework. Here is the framework. And let me share my screen with you. And you could see what I am talking about. All right. So here's what I call the Mustafa test. This was developed during COVID, basically. Okay. If you think this is a bad idea and no one will like it, who cares about this? If you say stuff like this is too easy, everyone should know this. If you do it in your sleep, if you do it naturally and without thinking about it, that's exactly the stuff that you should put out there. Just like my course, just like this little sheet and the tool that I was using, and it's second nature to me because I spent tens of thousands of dollars and hours on it to learn it, and it's second nature to me, but it's not second nature to other people. They have a really hard time doing it. They have a really hard time understanding it. So if you could put a tool out there, a training, and if you could actually do it for people, that's the stuff that you should at least try. Okay. The worst that could happen is nothing. You put it out there and you say something like, hey guys, I've got this little tool. I've got this little process. I've got this little service that I think I could do for you. And would you like this? Just test it out on social media or to your email list or to face to people. It was like, I think this is a bad idea. I don't think no people would care about this, but I thought I would ask, would you like this? A lot of times you'd be surprised. I was listening to Seth Godin, famous marketing guy, and he was saying that he wrote some of his best books in 2 weeks. And he was saying he didn't think it would be a good idea, but he put it out anyway. And he was like, I wrote some of my best blogs in 5 minutes. Something came up. I didn't think it was worth writing, but I wrote about it anyway, put it out there. Massive engagement from people, right? People loved it. So that's Mustafa test number 1. Mustafa test number 2. You ready? If you think this is a great idea and that everybody is going to love this idea, and you are such a genius for coming up with this amazing and great and life-changing transformational idea, and if you say things like, everybody needs to hear this and I really have to show this to the public and make a massive impact on people's lives, you should probably think about it twice. I'm not saying don't put it out there, but there's a chance, sometimes it's a big chance, that nobody cares about it. And here's another, I guess, stories. I've had ideas and business ideas where I thought, oh my God, this is brilliant. And I should put this out to the entire world, spent days and weeks and months on it, get it ready, and then put it out to the world, thinking that I'm going to make $1 gazillion and $1 gazillion customers out of it, and nothing happened. Nada. Zap. Okay. But the ideas that I think they're dumb ideas and I didn't think they would work, they actually worked quite a bit. So here's the framework. If you think it's a bad idea, it's a dumb idea, nobody cares about it, you should definitely at least try it. If you think that it's a brilliant idea and that everybody's going to love it, those ideas sometimes don't work, but you should still try it. But what I was trying to drive this point for this entire episode is, if you think it's a bad idea and a dumb idea, definitely test it out. Hope you found this useful. Would love to hear your feedback and your experience on this. Leave a comment and share this with some people who think their ideas are not worth it and they're sitting back and they're being insecure about it. You've been listening to Simple Marketing Podcast. Your host, Mustafa Hosseini. Thank you for joining me, and see you on our next episode.